good? Is your boy Auditor with Auditing, and today we're going to discuss this Charleston White TK Kirkland situation. As an auditor who's been auditing for over 17 years, I see things like this. I see disputes. I've been involved in all different type of industries, and I've seen disagreements. Doesn't mean that one person is cheating the other person or scamming the other person, but I'm just going to give you guys a real world perspective on this situation. And first of all, I just want to start off by saying that at the end of the day, it seems like TK Kirkland is a supervisor. He's the supervisor at McDonald's who acts like he owns the store. He's acting like he has a little bit more pull than he actually does. He has certain pull, but I don't think he has the pull that he's portraying himself to be, like he's shot calling or making calls. He's not the boss. He's just a supervisor. He's just an employee. And I think that that's the impression that he gave off to Charleston to get him to come on the tour. So that's why he kept saying, I had to talk to Live Nation. But at the end of the day, you're just a supervisor, and you have employees who are your comics. And Charleston White was a employee or a contractor that you brought on to help sell tickets. So TK, at the end of the day, I think you was just fronting like you had a little bit more pull than you actually did. Another thing that I took away from the back and forth between the two is this poor communication. At the end of the day, Charleston should have been asked certain questions to get certain answers to determine how is he going to get paid, how many tours do you want. It just seems like a lot of things were just up in the air, 50-50, just random questions that he was asking. So you should have ironed that stuff out before you got on the road so you could know. So both poor communication on both sides, because also too, TK Kirkland, he's a supervisor. And just pretty much say that, I don't know, Charles. That's all he had to do is say, I don't know. I don't know where you're going to get your check. I sent your 1090 to Live Nation. I'm waiting on it. But they're telling me they're telling me that they don't know when they're going to get it. So simple, I don't know. I can't give you that answer. Probably would have worked. It probably would have diffused this whole situation. But acting like, yeah, you sent the wrong address, or, just coming in the mail. Bruh, stop fronting. You just don't know when he's going to get his money, and just say that. And that gives him the expectation. He knows what to look forward to. So just a clear understanding. As an auditor, like I said, I submit invoices, people submit invoices to me, and at times when people submit invoices to me, I pretty much tell them, like, I can't guarantee when your money's coming. I could guarantee that it is coming, so I just don't know. Point blank. That usually holds people off unless it's taking months and months at a time, and then I'll take it up to upper manager. But TK could have resolved this whole situation just by simply saying, I don't know. Next thing that I took away from the back and forth is simple questions would have had this stuff resolved. If Charleston White would have asked certain questions like when I'm going to get paid, how I'm going to stay here, what's the deal, all of those questions, if he would have asked that up front before he actually went on the tour, I think it would have been no issue at all. But by him not asking certain questions, not having that auditor mindset of question after question, backup questions, asking the same question over and over again, he just got himself screwed. He ended up paying for his own travel, paying for his own hotel, but he should ask that right up front. And the last thing that I want to say is the Live Nation benefit if I'm adding Charleston White. At the end of the day, a lot of these YouTube or social media types, they could had their own comedy show. They could build their own brand up. At the end of the day, this is a post-COVID generation. Things that you did 30 years ago, like TK was saying, it's not going to work now. People have a lot more freedom. People have a lot more authority or power. So at the end of the day, you can't really lock him out of that industry because everything is done online, or he's going to make other moves. So, Live Nation definitely benefited. They added more tickets because of his name. I don't care what you say. TK Kirkland, no one's going to go see him like that. I mean, he does have a solid fan base, but no one is tripping to go see him like that. The same people who seeing him now, probably seen him in the past. But by adding Charleston White to the name, those are new viewers. Those are new people who are going to be at the show, who's going to help fill up that arena. And last thing is, like I said, communication, documentation, that's key. Emails can be used in court. So if an email correspondence happened, they could easily use that in court if it came down to the legal issue. But, that's all I got. I'm not going to say who's right or wrong, but it seems like TK was just a middleman, a middle manager, a shift manager at McDonald's acted like he owned the place, acted like he had a little bit more pull than he actually does. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.